So basically what the Intima does is it tightens internally and externally on the vagina. You do 3 treatments. You'll come in 1 time every 4 weeks.
Okay.
So within 3 months you're done with the treatments. The first treatment you'll notice maybe a 20 to 30% improvement. And then the second and third treatment is when you say, okay, I'm really starting to feel, tighter, or I'm noticing a difference externally. So that's why we don't just do 1 treatment, because it kind of would defeat the purpose, because you wouldn't say, a lot of patients wouldn't get that result that they're looking for, because everyone wants, now.
Right.
But you definitely have to go through the process. And I do like you to come back 1 month after your 3rd treatment, once you're completely healed, and we do those final after photos.
Okay.
Because that gives you your wow factor of your before and after. The laser, they started finding out, not only does it help just with overall tightness and with urinary incontinence, but it's increasing your secretions, it's increasing your orgasm during sex.
Wow.
A lot of women have a darker pigment down on their outer lip area. So they want to lighten that up. The laser also lightens it. A lot of women, when they start their period, they'll come in like a couple days before their period, and they'll get their laser, and then they'll start their period and be okay with it.
Because they can just use pads.
Yeah.
And you'll be fine.
And like I said, after the laser, you might spot a little bit as well.
Okay.
So it's normal to spot bleed a little bit. I prefer that you come in shaved for the procedure.
Okay.
Some women who like a little bit of hair down there in the front, I just have them shave just a little bit above the crease of the vagina. So you can still leave your hair in the front,
right,
but just give me a little bit above, and the lips preferably shaved if you're doing the external.
Is it so we can see the difference, or because
No, because
of the laser?
I'm actually lasering the labia minora and the labia majora, so your inner and outer lip. So basically that whole bottom half of the vagina is getting lasered. I would not wax before the laser, no waxing, no threading, just a regular shave. Okay, so basically you come in, we'll go over your health history, I'll ask you some questions. As far as the photos go, we take 1 photo of basically just your vagina, and then I will actually, what I like to do is I do 1 photo of the vagina just when you open your legs, like how it would look.
Right.
And then I'll actually move like the labia minora around and see if you have any extra skin or what's hanging down there, if anything. And then we take a photo of that, so that way we can really see if there is skin laxity or what needs to be focused on. Essentially, that's the little handpiece that we use that goes internal, and then as the laser, it circles around the entire inside of the vagina, and it essentially causes that tissue to swell up, and it produces new collagen, and the heat from the laser actually, because the laser is not just lasering the surface, it's actually going deep into your skin. So that's where you're getting that collagen promotion, and the heat is causing it's like radio frequency in a way, but it's not the radio frequency laser. Mainly for urinary stress incontinence. Okay. So a lot of women, when they laugh or cry or sneeze or whatever, they pee a little bit and dribble. I've noticed that with 80% of my patients that they wear a pad every single day. I never realized how many.
Because it's that bad?
Exactly. Never realized how many women actually have to wear a pad every single day and deal with this. When it can just be fixed simply with a laser.
Right.
So it's definitely a life-changing procedure for most of the women that I've treated. And the laser itself, inside and outside, takes maybe 15 minutes. It's fast. The big part is we need you to numb. So you'll be here for about an hour for treatment. Okay. You numb for about 45 minutes is kind of the sweet spot. So I can start lasering you internally at about 30 minutes. And then by the time we get to your external, you're pretty much numb and you don't feel a whole lot. You might feel the pulse of the laser hitting the skin. You might feel a little bit of heat, but that should be about it. So basically, externally, every single time I laser you, I can see that skin shrink up. So you have just this little...
So it's like tightening in it.
Yeah, so you have this little teeny tiny square. I mean, it's essentially, the square is about that big when it lasers you. Okay. And every time that hits your skin, the skin goes like this, and it tightens and tightens. So think, if I'm hitting you hundreds of times, it's essentially tightening all that up. Okay, so once you have your first treatment, Afterwards, I'd say the first day or two, you might feel a little discomfort, a little swelling down there. Definitely it'll feel like a bad sunburn.
Okay.
But as far as it being debilitating where you can't do anything, you can go around and leave here and go to lunch with your friends and go into your regular daily activities. It wouldn't affect that at all. Some patients have felt like it is, like that first day you might feel the discomfort, I would say the worst.
Okay.
Usually by the next day you don't feel too much. Afterward, you're gonna just do a light wash down there. You can use just a mild soap or your body wash. Nothing obviously with like an acid in it if you do like a salicylic acid scrub.
Okay.
And no scrubs. You would apply, I prefer the elastin products. Their nectar and their recovery balm is great for a post CO2 laser, and it really helps regenerate those skin cells. And when I'm lasering people's faces or even vagina, it's helping them heal a lot faster.
Okay.
So those are my two main products that usually every patient uses. They have the option though if they don't want to do the recovery balm, just regular Aquaphor works great.
Okay.
And then little hydrocortisone. So for 7 days, there's no sex and no tampons or insertion of anything into the vagina.
Okay. Okay, I think I'm ready. I'm actually kind of nervous.
Most patients, especially obviously because somebody's touching their vagina, it's
Yeah.
scary. It's like, oh my goodness, how's this going to feel or what's going to happen? But I can assure you once we start the procedure, you're going to be like, oh gosh, this is nothing. It's not a big deal at all. I'm going to do a quick exam on you internally. So that's probably the most like uncomfortable, weird part.
Okay.
But it goes pretty quick. Are you comfortable?
Yes.
Okay.
Meet my vagina. Okay, so there we go.
I'm going to do a quick exam.
Okay, so she's opening my vagina.
A little pressure.
And it feels like a pap smear.
And there's
So,
we're good.
so what did you do?
Basically, I just check the inside. I've got my light shining down there, and I check for if you have any lesions or sores or anything that doesn't look right inside there. Yeah. Then
So no STDs.
Nope, you're good. Yeah. And even patients, if they do have a history of STDs, as long as they don't have active lesions at the time.
Okay.
And if you do have a history of herpes, we'd have you take some medication beforehand to help.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can you have sex like right before coming here?
Yeah. I would probably have sex maybe the day before.
Okay.
I wouldn't do it that day.
Okay.
So we're gonna go ahead and start internal.
Okay.
Just gonna
So
go
she's putting
Put a little bit of lubrication on this,
on the.
on the handpiece.
Oh, can you show the handpiece?
So
I
here
can't-
is the handpiece.
Okay. So are you gonna start
And
inside or outside?
these are disposable, so every time that you get a laser, you get a brand new handpiece. Nothing's ever reused.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. My legs are shaking. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna put a little bit more numbing cream on you.
Okay. So I've been numb and I can't really feel. I mean, I barely feel her fingers on my vagina.
Okay, so
And
we're
they're-
gonna go ahead and insert.
Okay, so she's gonna
You'll
put
feel
it
a
in.
little bit of pressure.
Okay, so it's in, and I can kind of feel it like in the back of my pelvic.
You can actually talk while we're doing this.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do one laser. Do you feel that?
No, I felt nothing.
There
Nothing.
you go. What about now? I'm lasering you as you're talking.
I am not feeling anything. Like literally, I feel it like if I were to have something inside me.
And you're not feeling anything at all.
I am not feeling anything. Like she's doing her thing, and I'm just here chatting with you. So what's really cool about this is the fact that so vaginal rejuvenation helps with dryness if you have that. It also helps with like tightening your pelvic floor. So like if you're working out or whatever, or you're laughing and you pee a little, this will help with that. I kind of felt
When it gets
shot.
toward the end, you might feel a little
Okay.
warmth and you might feel just a little shock, but nothing uncomfortable, right?
Yeah, nothing uncomfortable.
This is where you might feel a little bit of warmth.
Okay, I'm not feeling anything yet.
Okay.
So this has been on the market for about 3 years, and now that it's CosmetiCare, like literally, I mean, if I hear about something, because I mean, I love looking at procedures. So I hear about things, but once I know that they're at
So you
CosmetiCare,
are all done on the inside.
Oh my gosh! Hello! You guys totally hung out with me for the whole thing. Okay, it's so painless. But once I know that it's at CosmetiCare, then we're good to go because I know that they do the research. So when the whole vaginal rejuvenation started, they brought in all the people that make, like, because there's all kinds of ways to tighten up the vagina, but the Intima laser it's a CO2 laser. Mm-hmm. So Nicole found the best results with that, and they actually test them on themselves. I mean, they're not like doing it themselves.
We do extensive testing before we bring in any laser. We do extensive testing on our staff before we try it on patients, and that's with any product. Right.
So you know that they're doing good stuff. Yeah. So okay. So I've had 2 kids. My kids are 9 and 6, and you know, it's. I mean, there's only so many. What is it? Kegel exercises you can really do. Like, I am not doing that. Like, I can do like 1. I'm really bad about that. You actually don't have to wait to be done having kids to have this. There's girls that come in here when they're like in their 20s and they get it done just because they want the vagina a little bit tighter. So you don't need to be done having kids to have this done. And then like once you get it done, like you just come in for like touch-ups for like once a year or something. And then so you don't have to wait to be done having kids to do this. And then also this is supposed to help with like your orgasms are supposed to feel
you don't need any glasses, you guys will be okay. You won't see anything.
So what is this for? Oh, the laser? Okay. So
there's no laser going that way, it's just for precaution. So
okay. So once you so your orgasms are supposed to be you're supposed to be able to feel them more because your vagina is tighter. So that's good, right? I mean, hello, like we're totally.
Okay, so you're gonna fan up just a bit.
Okay, this is a part that's supposed to be a little bit more.
So I'm gonna start lasering your labia minora, so basically the inner lips. When I'm lasering you externally, I have a little suction here, and basically what happens is anytime you're lasering the outside of the skin, it'll cause smoke, so this just sucks up any smoke or basically skin that comes up.
Okay, so somebody wants to know, how does it compare to a traditional vaginal rejuvenation procedure?
Well, there's really not a traditional vaginal rejuvenation procedure. I mean, they're all different. So you have your radio frequency, you have your CO2. The radio frequency doesn't really do anything as far as it goes more deep into the skin, but it doesn't do anything externally. So it'll essentially tighten, but over time it'll kind of loosen back up again.
Okay.
This actually attacks the outside of the skin and the inside of the skin.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay. I'm going to do 1 zap and you're going to tell me if you can feel it.
Okay. So we're...
Anything?
I felt nothing!
Alright.
Yay! Yay for... It's a numbing cream. And I also can't smell anything, which I guess you should also know about. Because so with the laser, she's burning off the skin. Oh, and so also with the vaginal rejuvenation, it's supposed to change the way your vagina looks. Like, have you ever thought about the way your vagina looks? Okay, it's a little bit hot.
And you'll feel it. I went right to the top area, kind of where the clitoris is located.
Okay.
And that's where you'll feel the heat.
Okay. But it wasn't like, oh my gosh, I'm dying hot. Like I just felt it warm. So yeah, so the vagina like it's. I mean, I guess as you get older, the way your vagina looks changes, which I hadn't even thought about. You know, I find myself closing my legs because I think it's. I don't know why. I don't know why.
It's a natural reaction.
Oh, okay. I know, it feels like it feels exposed, but honestly, like the nurses and the doctors here at CosmetiCare, I mean, I trust them with my body. I mean, I've done so many different procedures here that I wouldn't want to get it done anywhere else. And that's why, I mean, I've been reading about this procedure for a while, but I was waiting for it to be done here.
Already finished your inside, or the inner lips of your vagina. We're going to move to the outside.
Would that be... Would I be able to feel that more? You know, I'm kind of itchy.
You might feel it a little bit, and it's totally normal to feel itchy. That's just the
I really want to like, Yeah.
Once I get the ointment on you, you'll be fine.
Okay.
Go ahead and start on the outside now. Let me know how you feel.
Okay.
How's that? A little bit of heat,
Yeah, I feel heat.
but not too bad, right?
No, it almost feels like I feel the heat. It just feels like little points, little dots of heat. So and she's going. I can feel where she is, and now with my inner vagina isn't itchy anymore.
Yeah, it goes away pretty quick.
Oh, that feels warm. It feels hot.
It
It's
feels-
not painful. It's just how much radiation, if any, does the laser give off?
I mean, any laser, if there's any a small amount of radiation, it's not enough to harm you.
Okay, so not enough to harm you, Andrea. Good question.
They're
I
all
didn't even think about that.
They're all FDA cleared.
Okay. So you should be able. I mean, so she was also saying that not to work out for about 5 days. Okay, right there. So she's going like where your thighs meet your vagina. I can feel it going all around there, and it feels almost like just getting pinched. So it's not painful. I'm shaking, and I don't know if it's cold or is it the laser.
No, it's probably just your legs sitting like that for a while.
Oh.
And you are done.
I'm all done, you guys. We did it. We got my vagina rejuvenated. Hey. Okay. She is. She's all done.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and put your ointment on you.
Okay. So what does this procedure affect the uterus at all?
No, it doesn't go into the uterus. It goes. Obviously, it stops before it.
Okay.
So it's mainly for the vaginal canal, not the uterus.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and open just a little bit.
That's a good question. Yeah, so you can keep having babies after this.
Absolutely.
So I mean, I think it's a good way
Are you
to.
starting to feel cool down now?
Yeah, I'm not itchy. I mean, it felt warm. It feels like you have like a heat compress on it. So it doesn't. It wasn't painful, but it just feels like it's warm, kind of like my vagina got a hug. So what was I saying? Okay, so you can have babies afterwards. And I mean, it shouldn't affect it. And then I guess once you have babies and just come in and get if you haven't had any babies or if you still want more, just come in and get a touch up. Oh yeah, so I'm doing this more like as a preventative measure because I had no idea that your vagina changed as you got older. And now that I know that, I guess because I never looked at the shape of the vagina, but I guess you want it to look pretty, right? I mean, because you take all this time to take care of your body, to take care of your face, to if you don't like the way your vagina looks, you can change it. I mean, who knew you could change the way your vagina looked? So it's vaginal rejuvenation. This is my first procedure. It's with the Intima laser, and you guys we chatted through the whole thing, and that was so painless. That's it. It was so easy.